Unexpected news came out of the media unknowingly about the shared suicide and gossip started to spread all over internet area. It was exposed anonymously that you were pregnant. The news of your pregnancy attracted a lot of people's attention, and as some people's prescription to sign the contract with Kim Group shares was most likely to have a man behind with encouraged you. That made you pregnant, although domestic gossip media didn't dare to connect it with President John, but it was unpleasant to hear the way they explained how 19 years girl got pregnant after kicking out of Kim family. She must be having men behind that before marriage she got pregnant. Once again, you became the target of public gossip. You were not aware of this matter yet, as you and your friend came out at nursery to buy a few pots for your own decoration. Shangha was a reporter, so she always check out her phone in case there is new updates for entertainment or business area. Wine, she cried out in horror. How dare you did not tell me? You looked at her in amused. What? I didn't tell you. You are pregnant. She was happy to know, but upset that you hide it from her. What are you saying? I'm not pregnant. She narrowed her eyes to look at her. I swear, she shows her phone and articles was written there. You hurriedly grabbed her phone and read the headlines. Unmarried Kim family's young girl, Kim Wine, got pregnant at the age of 19. It's also the purpose of her to take shades from Kim Group. It was recently updated. You clenched your hands. How come I don't know that I'm pregnant? Who spread it? You looked at her knitting your eyebrows. She hurriedly waved her hands. How can you doubt on me? I only advise you to get pregnant. I'm not culprit behind this article. Besides, she knows the marriage deal with Jungkook, so she wouldn't do such a things to prank on you. This kind of statement was obviously to ruin your reputation. Many people have been offended by you, so definitely they do it on purpose. You and Changha started to think deeply and you came to a conclusions. You have to explain it to Jungkook. He would misunderstood you. If you get pregnant, then it should be you first who told him, not these gossipy media and scandal just for fun. He scrolled down to the article as if he was looking for that one clue. Although he had heard it from his own ear that you're pregnant, but no matter how wrong one was, when the person fall in love, her wrongdoing and mistaken was also accepted. He thought that there might be some misunderstanding. How could one spread this type of news? It's intentionally to hurt him. He even thought that you would never do kind of shameful things to take revenge on him. The love and relationships both had was such a memorable. Can you check this news? Which media has released it? Particularly since you are a little girl and afraid that Jungkook will do something, you hurriedly get back to the villa. At the entrance, you were stopped and bodyguards walked straight to you. Madam, President June asked us to elevate you. Their serious look made you swallowed and felt chill on your back. The news, it's fake. Your voice trembled. I'm not pregnant. You forced a laugh. One of bodyguard make a phone call and handed it to you. President John. Why in half an hour? You should be present here. Don't give them hard time. His cold tone came from another line. The news was fake. Why you are taking it seriously? Your low voice barely made it. Just come here. He hung up the phone. He sounds mad. You bite your lower lips. They escorted you to the car. You thought that they would take you to the company, but instead they drove you to the hospital. When you were taken, Chungkook was sitting in the consulting room talking with doctor. President June, madam is here. Bodyguard let you inside the cabin. Jungkook looked at you with his serious gaze, and his eyes slowly moved down to your body and finally landed on your belly. You have? You immediately covered your stomach. I don't. It's just a rumor outside. How can you believe it? Madam, gossip news seems to be very detailed. Isn't your friend a reporter? Where is she now? You are stunned. Changha will be in trouble if he thought it's her doing. He snorted. Do you want to hide it from me? His eyes are scary for some reason. What did I hide from you? How would I know that media is talking nonsense? He scoffed and asked doctor to check you up. Last night they had a good conversation and today there was a news spread all over. How can he stay calm and collected? If you get pregnant, then what he had planned everything gonna be in a mess. He should take a security measures whenever he sleeps with you. He had asked Mr. Bang to prepare some herbs, and when he asked me it, he got to know that your monthly menstruation cycle was 1 week delayed as he didn't thought about the situation very seriously before. He had used protection, it's just that recently he seems enjoyable going raw. He didn't take outside rumors seriously, but he felt that something is wrong. He wasn't planning to let you get pregnant at such a young age. He was just anxious and not ready to be father. Your physical condition wasn't well and he had discussed about this with doctor and doctor suggested that it might be the cause of stressing over that monthly menstruation cycle, delayed or health problems. He's really amused to know that he had not taken good care of you. After all, you had gained dozen pounds of fatter after marrying him. Show me her phone. Bodyguard handed your bag to him. He took out your phone and tried to open, but it switched off. His face was covered with frost again. Your phone was only for decoration. When something is urgent, you only use your phone to watch dramas and play game. After that, you would forget to charge your phone. After reading the news, he had made countless phone calls to you just to find out of the reach. So he was really pissed off at that moment. After female physician take your sample, she went to the lab. You gloomily returned and sat beside Jungkook. He glanced over. How's the situation? Don't talk to me. He snorted madly. How could he not believe in your words? How he doesn't respect you as a human? Would you lie if you get pregnant? Furthermore, you don't want to get pregnant now at all. Sometimes later, physician came, President Jones, report was negative, but to confirm again, we need to check day after. I'm not pregnant. How would I not know? If I am, huh? I didn't even have any symptoms. You roared, you guys are crazy. Chongok looked at you, you are not. You're going to die of anger. I'm not. He retorted his gaze and nodded to the doctor to give him some time. Okay then, let's go back. His voice became soft and tried to grab your hand, but you pushed his hand. John Jungkook, don't think it's over. You suspect me, you doubt on me. He grabbed your wrist. No, I didn't. In case, I just wanted to check your health, okay? I hear that your menstruation period is delayed this month. He suppressed a few patients and he had in his life to coax you. Because I'm staying up late at night, cause of you. That's why I have messed up routine. You pointed at him with your trembling hand. You accused him for this. Hour later, you guys sat in the hall, but either of you spoke to each other. You stared at him as if this matter wouldn't be closed until he apologized to you. Jungkook looked at your angry face as he think of some ways to cool you down, but he couldn't be the only one to blame. it was normal for him to react in this way. After all, the news of your pregnancy was yet to confirm by him before it was spread around. Wine, first of all, I have to give you a positive answer, but you should be careful and need to inform me before you go outside. You are making me more and more concerned. He tried his best to pick up the advantage of this agreement, not to mention that your phone was always out of power. So what? I'm all okay by myself and I know how to protect myself. You sneered. You are facing the most successful man who knows how to deal with things easily. Could it be that little girl made him depressed? Well, I was impulsive, but I hope you will understand. As a man, when I hear that my wife is pregnant from outer articles, you may not fully understand that kind of mood. But I'm not pregnant, President June. You leaned on the stage. Wine, you like to be with me, but you also likes to make things difficult for me. We had clearly talked about this matter yesterday night. I want you to pursue your future dreams before we settle down and have family. Some things that he cared about you that you don't even know yourself. Your expression finally became soft and you relaxed. Jungkook scooted near you to discuss something. Wine, as an apology to you for this matter, shall we cancel our pre-wedding agreement? The air was silent for a few seconds, and you look at him suspiciously. What? Did you hear it wrongly? Let's be like a normal married couple. No such agreement to give birth. How nice it sounded, how cost effective it was. He threw out a great temptation. It's possible. Will he still get my freedom? Of course, his eyes were particularly dotting. Without your permission, I will not do some impulsive things, and I should be apologizing to you for what happened today. But he had already asked someone to suppress the false news about your pregnancy, but this seems beneficial for you when you thought that you don't have to give birth and yet will not be under pressure. President John tempted you kindly. You swallowed and your body seems to have no bones cause of excitement. Then, if it's cancelled, does it mean that I can let outside people know that we are married? Jungkook's face stiffened for a moment before he spread his hands and slowly smiled. As long as you want to do. You gulped your lump. This is such a big temptation. If outsider would know that you are the wife of President June, then many women gonna be envious. You would known as rich man's wife, but it would made you restless. Think people are burning with jealousy and targeting you. So dangerous that you would not be able to get out of house. You had to consider peace or status. Then I have to think about it first. I will give you answer tomorrow. You blinked your eyes. He couldn't help it. Does this needs to be considered? My decision may change by tomorrow. Then wait till night. It's sad that if temptation was too great, be careful not to fall into trap. My philosophy teachers often said it. Is that okay? You collapsed both hands to ask for just few hours to think about it. Jungkook's face was so calm, but deep down he really wanted to kill your philosophy teacher. Yes, at the end, he nodded. You quickly ran towards your room. After you left, Mr. Bang walked to him. Sir, honestly, today when I saw this news, I hope it's true. Jungkook frowned and wondered. Doctor considered to check it again, but looking at her expression, I think she don't have any symptoms, so no need to check it again. He stood up, ready to leave. Sir, why did you decide to break pre-wedding agreement? Wouldn't it be troublesome? If outside people got to know that you are married, after all, you haven't solved the engagement with Miss Cho. Mr. Bang rarely made such a serious statement to his personal affairs. His engagement with Cho family has been already agreed by Mr. John Grandpa, and he had not seriously considered it until Miss Cho came back from abroad. They had few dates before their marriage was fixed it by families. At the time, Jungkook's rumor being gay was all over the internet. The reason why Jungkook didn't clarify the scandal was that he wanted to use this scandal to refuse this marriage agreement. The engagement date was already set up, but later on, no one mentioned it, and he thought that he's out of these issues. Even Joan family got to know that he's married to someone else. They didn't take any action. It shows that Joan family only hope him to get married to the pleasing woman as long as he wanted. There is no such a condition that he should marry the girl arranged by them. Therefore, no one objection his marriage with you. However, you didn't know the inside story. Under Joan family guidance, you had already told them about his orientations, hoping that they would come to you one day asking to divorce their son. When you were busy arranging flowers in the west, he knocked, you flinched a little. Little did you know that he rather will go against Joan family for the sake of you. If they dares to force him, the next steps is leave the Joan family with you. You were too excited and you had already decided to answer him. You walked out of your room but stopped at the readings when you heard their conversation and then you returned to your room. You sighed and then forget the matter of this. If it would brings him trouble, then it's good to be in this way. It was good as long as he's good to you. It doesn't matter whether your marriage with him was public or not. Your mother's goal was to make cosmetics items, so you wanted to achieve this after all. You have 30% shares and you need to develop more. You did little research, you collected many flowers for the decorations in your room. You love fragrance. This woman, he wanted to laugh. What are you doing? You look like a gardener. What about the question I asked you during a day? Do you agree to break the pre wedding agreement with me? Uh, your eyes drifted. Tell me. He walked to the side and trimmed some thrown out of rose. I have thought about it. Then what's your answer? He handed you a flowers. Perhaps this would bring you both close. I think it's good to be like this. We both can have our personal space. If you, I need you, I will ask for your help, and if you need me, then I will also cooperate with you.